has been one hell of a hike, man.
Yes, it has been.
Andy and Art head to the top of Satan's Butte to scout the area that's rumored to be a gathering point for skinwalkers.
So this is where our destination is. We're practically there now. And it's not only myself, but a lot of others believe that this is one of the sites that they would congregate, right? Meet.
Look at this sheer face. And where's the cave itself?
It's beneath us. It's collapsed. It's no longer there. You're just going to see the remnants of what was once a cave. Used to be right here. I actually went across like that.
This was all solid?
This was all solid rock at one point.
Wow. I can certainly see the parallel between what some people call demons and the way that you explain skinwalkers.
Right.
Right? Tracking people down, draining people's energy, and working in the dark arts. There's something evil, and that evil thing used to meet right down there.
Correct.
And that's intense. Wild looking out at the rest of this little valley here, because you can see 1,000 places. Look at this. You got coves everywhere to hide. You got dug out holes in the rocks down there. You got areas in here that you could stash caches, you could hide, you could...
Definitely coyote country right here, man. They got all kinds of dens around here.
What is the Navajo belief about coyotes? Is there one?
The coyote is actually a trickster within our stories, creation stories. He has a more devious presence, and when we tell our stories, he's there to create havoc for us. He's the bad guy.
Huh.
Right.
There's a connection between coyotes and skinwalkers.
Right.
So if this was a central meeting place for skinwalkers in the area, they could essentially meet here and then disband to any one of these mesas.
Sure.
Through an underground, naturally occurring tunnel system. Right. And then the meteor impact site is just beyond that ridge, is what you were saying?
This is right over the hill over here, a huge crater.
And what was in that meteor, what came from outer space and was delivered right here onto this mesa that could be driving and causing all this high strangeness. And the existence of these skinwalkers in such close proximity to the meteor strike site, that's very much in line with what our skinwalker team is discovering as well. So one of the first things I want to use is called the spectrum analyzer. And what this does is it'll help us see what we can't see. Radio frequencies in and around this area. And because we're so high up, being here on the butte, we should be able to pick up transmissions from all around us. This is your broadcast television frequency, which I'm sure every one of these homes out here has. But look at the rest of the spectrum. You see how low it is? There's almost no activity. I have not seen a spectrum this unused in the entire time that we've been running investigations. This really shows that there is not a lot of activity out here. You had shown me a home that was built with rock from this butte that had elevated radiation. I want to see if the butte has the same kind of radiation levels that we saw at the house, because it'll give us a sense of whether or not the radiation is coming from the butte and into the material, or whether that irradiated material of the house that we saw came some other way. And we're seeing very similar readings already to the house. Look at that, 1.2, 1.4. So these areas are elevated. There's our 3K. Look at that, look at that.
3,000.
Look at that. That is intensely high. Look at that, radiation is above 6,000. We're pegging out.
Wow.
That's the highest I've ever seen this Geiger counter read. When you combine the fact that we have had skinwalker sightings and high strangeness in the same areas where these elevated radiation levels are occurring, you can't help but connect the dots and start to wonder if the high strangeness is connected with the radiation levels themselves. These radiation levels are completely uncommon for this kind of rock, for this kind of area. The next question that we have to investigate is whether the radiation is what attracts the high strangeness, or if the high strangeness phenomenon is actually causing the radiation. How would you feel if we came back here again for an extended period of time to run some more investigations?
We got to get to the bottom of this, right?
Yeah, even if we do it at night?
Yeah, I'll give you a slow yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll take that for now.
Right.
Let's do it, man. We got a long walk back, and the sun is going down.
Right.